I'm Diane Bogino. Thank you for joining us today. My guest is Kathleen Smith, and Kathleen is co-author of Women of Vision, Ordinary Women, Extraordinary Lives. Kathleen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. This is wonderful.
Now, you are, your background is in communications, and you actually work with Disney Channel worldwide, and even here in Atlanta with the Woodruff Arts Center.
Correct.
And you've written articles and training materials and speeches for executives, which is a whole other show, I'm sure.
Yes, it is. Always fun.
And tell us, why did you write this book, and why now?
Well, I wrote the book with my writing partner, Liz Ireland, and we wanted to write the book that would show how women are empowering themselves today to not only take charge of their lives, but also have a major impact on their worlds. In the last 50 years, women have really come into their own, and they've become very able to take care of themselves, and they're getting more involved in their community. And what we wanted to show was that the time is now. It's reaching the tipping point. And now women are having a major impact in this world. And we wanted to introduce women to a lot of others like them who are doing that, and also show how they are ordinary women. They're not all Oprah Winfrey. So that's why the book, and that's kind of why now. It's time for women to step up who are interested and make their mark on the world.
Right, great, okay. Tell me what kind of a woman would pick up this book and read it? Who does it appeal to?
The type of woman who would pick up this book is someone who really wants to make a mark. She wants to do much more in her life, either on the side as a hobby. You know, she might be a stay-at-home mom, she might have a career, or she sees a need and wants to do something about it and wants to do it full-time and make her life all about that. But she has a vision, but she hasn't quite solidified it, and really is looking for some help in how to put it out there, how to voice it, how to fund it, how to find help in getting it launched. She knows there's something she wants to do. She's not quite sure how to do it. Or other women who pick up the book just want to see what other people, other women like them, are doing around the world today.
Okay, good. I found something fascinating. You said you identified the patterns exhibited in these women's lives. Typically, we associate a pattern of success with business success, but it spills over into people's personal lives, and what these women did, apparently.
Oh, very much so. A lot of the patterns, like one of the patterns in these women's life was that they all had a passion. They couldn't quite voice it in the beginning, and the biggest thing is they didn't know how to get it started. They didn't know where to take it. And so the women told us exactly how they overcame that and how got it started. And what's interesting is they all said the same thing in different ways. And to give you an example, this is covered in the book in much more greater detail, but they would say that they would hold the vision, the big vision from the mountaintop, the 10,000 point view in their head, especially at night. And they would think, this is what it's going to look like, this is what I'm going to do. But then when they get up in the morning, they'd make a commitment to themselves to do one thing, regardless how tiny or how small. I'm just going to do one step today. And that step led to another and another until suddenly their entire vision took off, and they found themselves with a foundation, a company, an entire new life, or they were running an organization. So it was really interesting, and that's one of the patterns that these women kind of exhibited, and there was many, many others.
Great. So visualization really does work.
Yes.
Right. Your co-author, as you said, is Liz Ireland. Now, what is your and Liz's vision for this book?
Our vision is we want women to realize that they are leaders today, and they are leaders who are having a very impact on their world and the world in general. What we want to do is be a catalyst for a new thought with women, that they can find more joy in their life, they can empower themselves, take control of their lives, and even more importantly, have that impact on their world, whatever that world is. So that's what we want to do, is be a catalyst and support them as they do that.
Right, so women need to change their pattern of thinking, in other words.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Change the pattern of thinking and have the passion behind it, and you can do anything.
Right, great. Now, you've got another project coming up. You're a busy lady, my goodness. In the Company of Women, this is your first
novel
fiction.
Yeah.
So, and it's based loosely on your life adventures. I can hardly wait to read this one.
It's based on, the main character is loosely based on my travels. I worked for over 16 years, again, with Disney Worldwide, and I traveled the country and also traveled a lot in Europe. And so it's based loosely on this woman who travels for her living, and some of the strange characters that she's involved with, both back in her home, who have been friends of hers for years, and the strange characters she meets out in the world. And they all happen to be women. And so it's I call it a romantic comedy, because the book is going to have a lot of romance in some very far off places, but it's also kind of a comedy of what happens when women are together going through life. And so right now it's loosely called In the Company of Women, and I'm hoping it'll be a series called Women's Company, and so that each book could take place in a different locale.
Oh, that'd be great. That would be great. So, okay, you're working on that, and what else are you doing?
Well, right now I left Woodruff Art Center 2 years ago to write the book. And the book, it came out right before Thanksgiving in 2008. So now I'm actually looking to rejoin my career, get back into, I'm kind of an integrated marketing and communications professional with a strong background in strategic marketing through Disney, and then a background in corporate communications. So I want to get back into that field, working either with one organization full-time or with several through contract work. But I want them to be organizations that are involved in the community, so that I can kind of expand their brand and their visibility in the community and help them in that way.
Right, great. So where can people get Women of Vision?
You can buy it through any bookstore. If it's not in the bookstore right now, you can order it. Every bookstore will tell you, yes, we'll order it and have the copy in for you. You can order it off of any online book site, Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com. You can buy it from there, any place like that. So, or if you want to, you can go to our website, which is www.scribesisters.com, and there's a link there to order the book as well.
Okay, great. Kathleen, thank you so much for being with us today.
I appreciate it. This has been wonderful.
Yeah,
I'm really enjoying it.
I hope everybody goes out and gets this book.
I do too, and I really hope also that they're touched by it and that it really has an impact on their life.
I'm sure it will.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you next time.